Well, coming up next on Here and Now, Money Talks with Jane 80. This week, it's adventure tourism.
And welcome back, everyone. Well, tonight on Money Talks, people living on the west coast of the island have always known the assets of their region. There's beautiful scenery and a natural environment. And word has been spreading quickly in recent years among tourists. They're looking for a getaway in a unique piece of the great outdoors. Jane 80 now with a look at a business capitalizing on that.
Martin Hanzelek worked in tourism for years in British Columbia, but when he backpacked in Newfoundland 5 years ago as a tourist himself, he was so impressed he decided to come back and start up a business.
All of my expectations, were met and exceeded in a lot of ways, whether we're talking about the mountains, the animals, the wind, the ocean, and the opportunity for adventure tourism. And not just to play, but also to share those experiences with others.
But when Hanzelek talks about outdoor adventure, snowmobiling isn't really the kind of winter thrill he's seeking. He has something a little more challenging in mind. An afternoon ice climb that'll bring him and a friend face to face with the famous Old Man in the Mountain. The pair pick their way up the icy rock just underneath the old man's chin. Hanzelek figured if he enjoyed this kind of winter experience, other tourists would too.
Clients coming to the Humber Valley are looking for a diverse selection of unique, high-quality tours and adventure tours that they can participate in. These folks here are coming to experience the West Coast, to experience nature, to experience silence, and to experience all of these activities that are available here in Newfoundland. And there isn't enough providers out there to supply these activities, to provide this high level of service. And that's sort of where we've come in.
Hanzelek started an adventure tourism company, an invitation to share in his unforgettable experiences. Many of his customers stay here, the Humber Valley Resort. 300 properties have been sold so far, another 700 are in the works. 70% of the buyers come from the UK, all of them looking for a unique winter getaway.
You can help yourself, but be careful because some of it might be a bit hot, okay?
Susie and David Gibbon enjoy breakfast with their kids before they hit the slopes. It'll be a welcome break from their hectic lives in London, England.
Kind of saw it on the internet and thought it looked beautiful. And we've been to Canada before. We always found it friendly and good for skiing, but most of all, it's only a 5-hour flight. So the major attraction for us is the slopes are just so empty. There's nobody, no queues, people are friendly, and you just don't get that in Europe.
And they say the west coast of Newfoundland offers them something else they haven't found where they live, an authentic winter experience.
It's so raw in its attractiveness that you can't really compare it to a resort in Europe, say.
Somebody had told us about Newfoundland being really untouched, quite an unspoilt place.
And it's that appreciation of the environment that Martin Hanzelek is capitalizing on.
A lot of people are bus toured out. I mean, they don't want to go and sit on another bus tour and get another narration and sort of do the classical tour.
Hanzelek is betting they'll want to try this instead. Welcome to Snow Kiting 101.
So pull right, go to the right, go to the right.
It's one of adventure tourism's fastest growing activities. It's a hit on the slopes in BC and popular in Europe. For $100, you can spend hours letting the wind guide you across a snowy field.
It's an amazing amount of freedom. It's silent. There's no engine, there's no fumes, there's no noise.
Quietness and simplicity. It's all part of Hanzelek's cell on the west coast.
Nobody's come here and is coming here to see a big mill or a lead and zinc smelter or to see a big concrete building. They're coming here for the natural experience. We have a beautiful, pristine environment here, and that's a big asset for us. Not only because the environment is important, but it's a real economic generator, and it's something that's sustainable. And maybe we'll still hunt and fish and mine and forest, but we're also going to do that respecting these other activities that exist out there so that we can all have a bright future of visitors coming here and enjoying this, supernatural, pristine environment that a lot of other people aren't so lucky to have.
Jane 80, CBC News in the Humber Valley.
Yeah, I can see the appeal of that. It really looks great.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Anyway, what do you think of Jane's story this evening on Money Talks, or anything else you've seen on Here and Now?